They kept calling me Mr. Investigative Journalist. At Sutro Tower, there was a group of Chinese people doing Tai Chi in a clearing near us. The humming was like the techies' response to them. One of these dudes, in a neon green muscle tee, runs right up to them, walks in between them to the center of their formation, and started mocking their moves, like fake dancing. Then his girlfriend ran up and took an Instagram photo. Another one of the girls gave me her analysis of the difference between Lyft drivers and Uber drivers.
I get in a Lyft ride. People understand how cool I am. Like, the minute I get in. Uber.
Get some Swedish fish.
But with Uber, they don't?
When I get in an Uber ride, I feel like they judge me for my shaved head instead of thinking it's very cool. And we want to, like, share things when I get in a Lyft ride. And when I get in an Uber, we just start going to work.
I was so ashamed to be standing next to these people. But I didn't want to say anything before they rated me.
All right. So,
This is the checkout process.
for Andrew, it's a fantastic ride. Picked us up on time. Let us put more people in the car than was legal. He's a Lyft driver, actually. He's in this car right here.
Oh, fuck.
Drove us to the top, Sutro Hill. Yeah, you can request him as soon as I'm done with him.
Yeah.
Drove us to the top of Sutro Hill. View was terrible. Navigated the fog. Got out. Got off the clock. Hanging out with us. Talking about his projects and stuff. Super awesome. So I'm going to go with the $1 tip and the 5 stars. And the comments should be
Everything that you just said.
Except for all the illegal things.
Andrew for the win.
And so, yeah. I drove them home off the clock. And they didn't pay me for that. But they did offer to be my Facebook friend. Now it's 8 in the morning. And I'm going to have to figure out the tally for the night after I get some sleep. But I know for sure that over the past 2 hours, I made $6.
You have been listening to Benjamin Walker's Theory of Everything. This installment is called Instasurfs, Part 1.
This episode was produced by myself, Benjamin Walker, with Andrew Calloway. We had help from Celeste Lai and Mathilde Bio. You can find Sarah Lacey at pando.com. There are 2 more installments in this series, and when we're done, we're going to do a special online live discussion with the folks at spoken.am. More info on that next episode. The best way to keep up to date with the Theory of Everything is the newsletter, or you can follow me on Twitter at Benjamin Walker. You can find the links for both of those at toe.prx.org. Also, we have a great new sponsor, Zadie.com. The clothing industry is the second most polluting industry in the world and one of the largest employers of slave and child labor. Zadie.com is hoping to change that. They are re-envisioning the future of fashion by providing an alternative to the current dismal state of the clothing industry. The Zadie Essentials collection is a woman's line that's made with the highest standards with a fully transparent supply chain, made entirely in the USA. Unlike other companies that focus on transparency in price, Zadie takes responsibility for their entire chain of production, from farm to closet, ensuring that environmental and labor standards are never compromised and always transparent. Zadie's latest addition to the Essentials collection is .02, the t-shirt. made with considered details like a perfect neckline, flattering drape, strong seams, and classic colors. The .02 t-shirt is grown, harvested, ginned, and baled in Texas with 100% USDA organic cotton. It is then spun, knit, cut, sewn, and dyed in North Carolina. Here at TOEHQ, Mathilde's been wearing one for days now, ever since it came in the mail last week. She says,
Yes, the cotton is so soft and comfortable, and the shape is actually very nice. It's amazing design.
Visit Zadie.com/theory to get $25 off your first order, and use the offer code THEORY for a special offer. The Theory of Everything is a proud member of Radiotopia from the Public Radio Exchange. Radiotopia is a collective of some of the best podcasts being produced right now. And we're growing. The Song Exploder podcast just joined us. The Song Exploder podcast is another great show with an enviable, easy-to-explain premise. Every week, host Hrishikesh Harway invites a musician to go deep on a particular piece of music or a song. The latest episode features Ramin Djawadi, the composer of the Game of Thrones theme song, which turns out to be basically a trial by combat between the major and the minor.
My intention was, just because of what the nature of the show is, there is so much backstabbing and conspiracy, and anybody can turn on anybody at any point, so I thought it would be cool to kind of do the same play with the music. So even though the majority of the pieces are minor, there's that little hint of major in there where it kind of switches and then it changes back again. So that's the opening.
Radiotopia is supported by the amazing MailChimp and the incredible Knight Foundation. Both of these two organizations have been with Radiotopia since the beginning. They, along with listeners like you, have really made this whole thing possible.
Radiotopia.